La distinguida delegación de Singapur, embajador Gafoor, tiene usted la palabra.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Madam Chair. I wish to make an explanation of vote before the vote on the proposed amendment contained in document L52. I'd like to start by reaffirming Singapore's strong commitment to and support for the Human Rights Council, which has an important responsibility to promote and protect all human rights and fundamental freedoms. Madam Chair, we have studied carefully the explanatory note circulated by the African group as well as by the group of Latin American countries which have proposed the amendment. I've also listened very carefully to the various general statements made this morning, and I've listened to them with great respect. So this is not a decision that we in Singapore have taken very lightly, but we have only done so after very careful consideration. From Singapore's point of view, the decision facing us today is essentially a decision on the nature of the relationship between the General Assembly and the Human Rights Council. For Singapore, the issue boils down to a fundamental question. Can the General Assembly pronounce itself on the work of the Human Rights Council? In our view, the answer is yes. The Human Rights Council is a subsidiary organ of the General Assembly, as clearly stated in GA Resolution 60251 and reaffirmed in GA Resolution 65281. The UN Charter clearly affirms that the General Assembly may discuss any questions or any matters within the scope of the Charter or relating to the powers and functions of any organs provided for in the Charter. Accordingly, we believe that the General Assembly has the right and the responsibility to pronounce itself on the work of the HRC, including on the work of the Special Procedure mandate holders. Furthermore, as the only United Nations body with universal membership, the General Assembly has an important role to play in promoting dialogue, bridging differences, and building consensus to find solutions that reflect the views of the wider UN membership. As a country that has never served on the Human Rights Council, and given the increasing challenges faced by many small states in securing a seat in the Human Rights Council, we believe strongly that the General Assembly has the prerogative and the responsibility to discuss important issues relating to the work of the Human Rights Council, particularly when there are questions and concerns raised by a large number of states. Singapore opposes the amendment because we believe it is important to reaffirm the right of the General Assembly to express its views on the work of the Human Rights Council. The deletion of OP2 will also have the effect, in our view, of preventing discussion among the wider UN membership on an important issue. Additionally, from a legal and institutional point of view, the deletion of OP2 would imply that the General Assembly's role as the overseeing body of the Human Rights Council is nothing more than symbolic. We do not see OP2 as questioning the mandate and authority of the Human Rights Council to create special procedure mandate holders. Instead, we look at OP2 as a proposal that seeks further information and dialogue on an important issue, namely the issue of sexual orientation and gender identity. We do not see the inclusion of OP2 in L46 as prejudging the outcome of consultations on these concerns. We believe that the integrity, credibility, and legitimacy of the human rights system will be strengthened, not weakened, if we allow for greater dialogue in order to widen the circle of consensus on difficult and challenging issues. Madam Chair, for all the reasons I have explained, Singapore will vote against the amendment in L52 which calls for the deletion of OP2 in L46. Madam Chair, I wish to place on record the position of my government that we do not see the decision on whether to retain OP2 as relating to the substance of the issue of sexual orientation and gender identity. We do not condone the discrimination of any group, any individual in any society. In Singapore, we respect the LGBTI community as an integral part of our society. In this regard, we wish to reiterate that Singapore strongly opposes violence and discrimination against LGBTI persons. In Singapore, we have laws to protect our citizens from such acts, and we enforce these laws strictly and impartially. In our view, violence against any group in any form is not acceptable, and the Singapore government will act decisively, as it has always done, if there is a threat of violence against anyone or any group. The issue of the rights of LGBTI persons is one upon which international opinion is clearly divided. We believe that this is an issue best left to each society to deal with in its own way, taking into account its evolving social and cultural context. I thank you very much, Madam Chair.